Good morning. It's Lisa with Soulshine, and it's morning tea with me. And there's Charlie sniffing for food. I have my morning smoothie, which I made. It was super healthy this morning, and my tea is a brewing in my to-go mug because I'm heading out to Jen Matthews' soul care class. But I wanted to jump on real quick. I was so excited for this morning's morning tea with me because I did something yesterday that was super thrilling to me, and I wanted to share it with you. So I finished this book, The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry by John Comer. And it was one of those books that ended up being a slow read at the end because, in a good way, because it was so good I didn't want it to end. I just savored the words and the passages that he gave and the references that he pulled, and I just found it to be a great, great book. But one of the things I wanted to put into action right away was Sabbath. I've always been intrigued by Sabbath and didn't really know what it was, and I'm still learning along the process. But one of the things he does is he celebrates Sabbath. So he picks a day that's good for his family. It doesn't have to be a specific day of the week. I chose Sunday because the shop is closed and Tim is off, and it's easier for our family to do it. So the concept is he likened it to that moment after Christmas when everyone has opened their gifts and you just exhale and you relax and you play with the gifts you have. You maybe read the books, you take a nap, you eat really good food all day long, and you just linger and savor in that. And that of the holiday of Christmas is my favorite part. I love watching the kids and Tim play with their things, and I love to crack into a new book that I've just gotten and snuggle up under the blanket. So that's exactly what I did all day yesterday, and it was so weird and so good at the same time. Let me tell you how my day went. So I got up in the morning and we went to church, and it was a great service. And then, in typical fashion, we went to Brown's to eat a post-church breakfast lunch. I never end up meeting the breakfast time cutoff. But so we got lunch and we bought a cake, and you can buy a quarter cake at Brown's. That way I don't have so much. And I know I've been telling you I've been not doing sugar, and I'm not. But on Sabbath you can eat sugar. It's a party. It's meant to be a party. It's not meant to be like this Amish, restriction. I can't touch anything or do anything electric or whatever. But I kept my phone off all day. I didn't scroll through social media. I didn't even look at my email. I just stayed away from my phone, brought home that delicious Brown's quarter cake, small, and ate it without guilt. I savored it. I made myself some hot tea a couple times. I laid underneath Maya's weighted blanket, which is an amazing investment if you don't have one. It's like so soothing. I cracked open a book that I've been sitting on waiting to read. I opened a few of my favorite magazines that I just sit around and don't really look at until I have time. If you're just jumping on, I'm just talking about the Sabbath that I enjoyed yesterday for the very first time. I just read this book and I found it to be fascinating, the whole concept of rest and recuperating and just savoring. The one weird thing was the pull, that guilty pull that a lot of women have in seeing the laundry pile up. And the dishes, I did do the dishes because I don't like to come down in the morning to a full sink of dirty dishes. But I didn't do laundry. And usually on Sunday, it's my catch-up day. It's like the dumping ground of all things left over, all the long lists that just didn't get completed during the week. But yesterday, calling it Sabbath, I didn't do any of that. I only did the things that make me happy. So if it was nicer out, I would have taken a walk with the dog, maybe gotten outside to see something beautiful, or an art museum, or something where you're kind of just feasting the eyes on things. And I made a really good meal. Next week, when I do Sabbath again, I think I might adjust it a little bit so that I make a meal in advance so that it's ready to heat up instead of me chopping and cutting and cleaning up things. That's one tweak I might do. And then another tweak I might do is just make a list of all the things that bring me joy without having to work, that come easy. So like drawing or painting would be something I might like to entertain on a Sabbath day, or pile up the magazines that I'd like to go through, or work on a vision board, or it's another thing that I thought of that I wanted to share with you that I thought would be really good for Sabbath. some sort of arts or craftsy thing, or even a game with Tim and the kids. It was good. It was really good. It was rejuvenating, and I felt like I didn't even need to look at my phone, and I connected more with Tim. Cole wasn't around, so he didn't really participate in it with me, but I'm working on him. And anyway, it was just good for my soul, and I'm all about good for you soul things. And with that, great segue, good soul things. I'm heading to the soul care class with Jen Matthew over at Seeds of Hope. It's been phenomenal, and it's time to jump over there now. So I'm going to do that. I just wanted to drop that little nugget of what happened with and for me this weekend. So hopefully maybe it'll inspire you to do the same. Yeah, so whatever you're doing today, I hope you know that I'm sending you much love, and I hope you have a most marvelous day. Love you much. Mwah, mwah, mwah.